Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Wednesday, June 24th. A very active pattern. We have multiple days of critical fire weather conditions. We have high risk for lightning moving across southern and eastern areas today and tomorrow, followed by several days of strong winds. It'll be cooler and wetter in the north. That is the only good news. Friday into the weekend, overall fire danger is very high to extreme. Several of our fires already showing extreme fire behavior. So for today, lightning expanding across many southern and eastern areas. The most concentrated would be in the southern and eastern half of the geographic area. There's also going to be some winds associated with it as well. Some of it will be outflow boundary winds from some of the outflow gusts from the thunderstorms themselves, some of them with a strong gradient. And that strong gradient makes itself more evident Thursday and Friday as a very strong cold front barrels on through. Continued lightning threat eastern areas on Thursday. It gets wetter in the north because a strong cold front coming through. Much cooler, much more moist conditions in the north by Friday, but still quite critical in the southern half of our geographic area. And this was yesterday, some of that extreme fire behavior from the Cottonwood fire and some of the other fires in the geographic area, some of the larger fires in the Ely district. This is this morning's map. We have some smoke laying down, but we have now moisture breaking off from the beginnings of the monsoon, and we do have some lightning ongoing through there. You can see the lightning in southern Nevada here on the right-hand side, some of the light precipitation associated with that next moisture. It's been quite dry the past 7 days. New fire starts in the red, recent fires in the yellow, open circles in the purple indicate team fires. We had over 56,000 acres of large fire growth, a lot of that being down in southern Utah. And the drought conditions continue to be severe to extreme across most of the geographic area. We see our ERCs, a lot of them in that 90th, 97th, even 99th percentile in those red areas. That gets up in Idaho and into parts of Wyoming as well. Smoke forecast this morning laying down, but still burning pretty actively on the left. And this afternoon, smoke will be on the right. And looking at the upper level map and high risk next 3 days, on top we have this moisture moving across our southern areas and a little bit over the north, but it's that southern area that we have the high risk for lightning, and that'll continue on Thursday. It doesn't quite match up the upper pattern. A lot of that will be earlier overnight and earlier into the day. There'll be some drier air behind it, and with that drier air, high risk for strong winds on Friday. On top, there's a strong cold front moving through on Friday, so behind the front and north, cooler and wetter conditions. Taking a deeper dive into the winds and humidity, you see the bone dry humidity down here, and also the winds, and some of these darker brown circles are brief outflow boundaries from nearby thunderstorms that could exceed 55 miles an hour. Otherwise, gradient winds further back. You can see quite windy across Nevada and Utah on Thursday. Humidity comes up a little bit in Utah from some of the thunderstorm activity. There'll be some low-end wetting rain. And then a very strong wind day on Friday. You can almost pick out where the cold front is here across northern Utah. Windy both ahead and behind it, but ahead of the front is where the lowest humidities will be located. See the big temperature drop. We're looking at about a 15 to 20 degree drop in temperatures, even 30-degree drop up in the north between today and Saturday. Precipitation widespread with those thunderstorms, and some of them it'll be a mix of dry and wet. It won't be totally dry. Some places could see a quarter-inch of rain here in the darker green. This could be beneficial for some of our ongoing fires in Utah for today and tomorrow, but there'll also be lightning and potential for new fire starts. Pretty good precipitation each day, especially on Friday in the north. Now on Saturday, an unseasonably deep low-pressure area skirts across northern areas, reinforcing that colder air, but lots of wind still on Saturday, diminishing on Sunday and Monday. You can see the strong winds in our southern and eastern areas Saturday, Sunday, with still critically low humidity in a lot of areas, and things finally quieting down Monday. Another good round of wetting rains up in the north on Saturday. That's going to be very beneficial. A lot of areas could see 3-day totals of over a half-inch of rain. Summing things up, big-time high risk of lightning the first 2 days. There'll be some wind accompanying it. We can only put one high risk at a time. And then just more of a wind threat Friday, Saturday, and even marginal in the south on Sunday before we start drying things out a little bit early next week. Long-range outlook continues to show cooler temperatures with persistent cold fronts coming through, but also drier. And any monsoon stays well down to our south, some wetness to our north. Concludes our briefing. Have a great day.